That's really where it kind of started taking off. And tequila this day is all because of Jose Cuervo, of what they've done. So it goes a little bit further. So Jose Cuervo, so usually, and you would have seen this back in movies where, if it's whiskey or moonshine, it's always in big barrels, right? So Jose Cuervo is the first company to individually bottle tequila in bottles like this. And it made it easier to transport, easier to sell. People could get smaller amounts, but bigger cases, very easy for them to sell off as well. And then in 1945 is where everything went full mainstream. So fast forward a number of years, what do you think? And you would know how with your success so far. Imagine having being in a time of place where the only thing you had was newspapers, radio. How do you think a tequila or an alcohol company could get mainstream basically overnight? Do you have any idea?
Hollywood movies?
Nah, far from it.
Interesting. Like bootleggers?
Nah, not even that. All above board, fully legal. What happened was in Mexico in 1945, there was this guy called what was the guy called? Pancho Morales, that's right. He was a bartender in Mexico, and this lady came in and she asked for this certain drink. Now it's called Mongolia, and he didn't know how to make that drink. So in 1945, he figures out what's kind of in it and creates his own drink and gives it to the woman. The woman goes, "This isn't a Mongolia, but it's really nice." He goes, "Oh, sorry, I thought you said Margarita, because Margarita in Spanish is daisy, and that's what I thought the Mongolia was for."
Interesting.
And so since then, she was drinking it, and then more people asked, "Oh, what are you drinking?" And then he ended up making all these margaritas using Jose Cuervo's tequila.
Wow.
And then word got around, and then within a very, very short time, everyone in America and California started ordering these margaritas. And then Pancho became pretty famous for that. And then people found out about Jose Cuervo, and it helped them with distribution because they were actually struggling with distribution in 1945. Then they took on the branding rights for the margarita and started pushing it out to all these bars throughout whole of America, and then that skyrocketed Jose Cuervo's sales.
Wow.
And then they ended up becoming mainstream.
That's why I see Jose Cuervo now in every bar, pretty much in America. Right?
Exactly. They out of every 5 bottles of tequila, it's they have a fifth of the market share.
That's pretty impressive.
They do about $100 million a year.
So it's all like happens chance. Just someone ordered something that lost translation. And then all of a sudden, the drink tasted good. I love margaritas.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite ways of drinking tequila.
Spicy margarita, classic margarita.
Yeah.
It's groovy, man. So that's the story of tequila. And then it was 1975, they got a destination of origin. So you know how in Scotland, whiskey can only be made in Scotland.
Yep.
Champagne, France. Well, tequila is the same. Tequila got the same trademark where if you want to call it tequila, it has to be made in certain states of tequila. And one of the most important ones is Tequila, Jalisco. And so that's the story behind.
What if a drink was, I guess, because then you have bourbon, whiskey, and you have Scotch, right? Scotch is limited to Scotland. It's basically it's whiskey, but it's